Good morning.
Good morning, Diana. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm great, thanks. Cindy Brunson, Mercury broadcast team, season 3 for me, season 20 for you.
Yeah.
As you look forward to this season, what excites you the most?
Oh, well, that's the beauty of starting a new season. There's this energy of how far this team can go, how much we can cultivate a new way of playing that we want. And just being in the gym for the last week, there's this thing about this team that can be really special. But the only way to do that is obviously to get in the gym and to work. And that's one thing this team doesn't have a problem doing, which is refreshing.
Hey, Diana, good to see you again. Eliav Gabay, Sports 360 AZ. So we just talked about the excitement going into it, looking forward, just looking back just for a moment. When you think of year 20 and think of the journey to this point, what comes to mind?
Just really lucky, to be honest. To be able to play my whole career here in Phoenix has really been a dream come true. And you only get perspective when you take a step back and you get to really think about the journey here. When I got here in 2004, I'd never been to the desert before. I'd never been to Phoenix before. I really didn't know much about the city, the people, the basketball culture here. Obviously, I watched the Suns a lot because I was a Laker fan. And I always knew there was something special here. And, I've just been truly lucky to be here my whole career.
Diana, how are you?
Good to see you.
You too. Paul Richardson, Winter Sports Game. Just one word. Why? You've accomplished so much. You've done so much. You iconic. You're known as a GOAT. Why again?
Probably because I don't play for any of that. I play because I love the game. I love to prepare. I love to compete. I love to come into a training camp in my 20th year and still try to prove myself to my teammates and my coaches. Because I think after 20 years, there's still more to learn about the game of basketball. Hopefully there's still more championships to bring here to Phoenix. All those things.
Hey, Diana, Trevor Booth with Desert Wave Media. We saw you in Book's signature shoe commercial. Yep. Can you just talk about your relationship with him? And then from when you watched the Suns this year, if at all, what kind of limited them from accomplishing what they set out to do?
I mean, Book is just a special human being. When we got here, he was just a teenager. And I thought he was 35 already. He has this maturity, this seriousness, this work ethic about him that is unmatched by any other player I've ever been around, female or male. And to see him get his own shoe this year is pretty special because he's done it all. And obviously here in Phoenix, but we look at the last couple years, going to the finals, being the best team in the NBA. If you rewind 7-8 years ago, I mean, he was going through it. And for him to stick through that and to get to this side of it, I'm just really proud of him. As far as the Suns this year, you don't get to win it every year. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to sports. You have to have a lot of luck. You have to have a lot of things go for you. You have to have a certain mentality as a group to be able to win a championship. And you might have that mentality. You might have all the pieces to the puzzle and still not win it. But I think the beauty of what you saw about that team is no matter what happened through the year, they were always there for each other in one way or another. And that's something as a Suns fan, a Phoenician, for our city, something we can look forward to for next year.
Alex Sibley, Burn City Sports. So obviously you guys added Kalea Copper and Natasha Cloud. Just what kind of elements do they bring to the team and the energy that they can bring?
Yeah, other than them being from Philly, which isn't the greatest thing, Um, I mean, I don't think we've added two players that change our program as much as Tosh and Ka have already. I think Coach talked about Natasha a little bit. And there's not a lot of people that change everything about your team the minute they step into the gym without even touching a basketball. Her energy, her competitive fire, the way she treats people, the way she cares about every single individual on the team. It's all the things that make you a great player. And on the court, she just is going to bring this competitive spirit to both ends of the court. And it's going to raise the level of everyone on the court. And then Ka is just special. At her size in our league, there's not many people that can do what she can do. Obviously, we saw that firsthand in the finals when she was MVP, and we lost to them when she was with Chicago. And when there was just a little glimpse of maybe her being able to come to Phoenix, there was no doubt that if we could get her here for now and for the next 10 years, Cop is a special, special player.
Hey, how are you? I'm Barry Bloom from Sportico. Nice to meet you. What do you think about the coming of Caitlin Clark and some of the new talent coming into the league? I've seen some dissonant quotes about it from coaches and other players in the league about them, Caitlin especially, having to merge her way into the league and not usurp the other players who have been here for so long.
What was the question?
The question was, what do you think about the integration of Caitlin and those newer players coming into the league?
Yeah, I mean, it's, our league's now almost 30 years old, so it's nothing new under the sun, as you would probably know more than anyone else in here. I plead the fifth. Look, there's been a lot of talk about the rookies coming in, which has been amazing. I've been able to see them play now for 4 years, and what they were able to do in college was really, truly amazing. And, I think it speaks to where we are, in women's sports, in women's basketball, the coverage, and like anyone that loves the WNBA, we want that momentum to carry on to whatever team they're on. And you're going to see that in Indiana, obviously with Caitlin, and, Chicago with Angel, and, Cam in LA. I mean, they've been able to tap into a different side of the media. And this new generation really does carry a lot of weight when it comes to, I think they call it the social platforms. So, I mean, it's been incredible to see that momentum. Are you on Instagram? Look at you. I take it back. X Twitter, yeah. Yeah. That's
To your point, though, this is my 49th year covering basketball and baseball and that sport.
See, I'm with you. I'm with the OGs, not the IG.
Thank you.
Brendan?
Hey, Diana, Brendan Clean. You've been asked about it a couple different times, but we've heard Sue and Candace talk about those later years and just the measuring of how do I know, when will I know, those types of things, and
Yep.
just contract year and another Olympics coming up. Are you taking it 1 year at a time? Do you have a plan beyond this year?
Yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time. Every day I stretch. I'm like, okay, I can go today. And I joke with BG all the time. BG's like, why don't you ever take a day? I was like, the day I take a day off, you'll never see me again. I just still love to prepare. I love to compete. Can I talk about next year? No. I'm just, at this point in my career, I'm 41. I'm realistic. I prepare for what's coming in the near future. And for me right now, that's, game 1 in Vegas, and, I'll go from there. But yeah, I have thoughts about it.
Hi, you played with Christy Tolliver in Russia.
Yep.
Now she's on the staff here. Can you just talk about what she's bringing to the staff and just maybe your relationship with her? And then also, what does it mean to you to have the charter flights now?
Yeah, I mean, KT's just been a great addition to the staff. Obviously, both BG and I played with Christy in Russia for many years. And the one thing I always admired about Christy was how level-headed she was throughout any circumstance, whether it was in game, at a game. And I think for her, just having that experience with the Mavericks and really investing in herself, I think says a lot about her. And just having her around, it's nice to have someone, you've been, in the trenches with, and we know how she prepares. And just the little bit I've seen in training camp, she's a big time coach. Christy has a great future in coaching if that's the route she wants to go in. She has a mind for the offensive side of the game. She sees it a little bit different, and it's been really refreshing to be around her. And she's just gonna continue to grow and really relish the challenge of being on the staff.
Good morning, Diana. Vicky Perez, somos
morning.
AC Sports. I'm going to ask you something in Spanish,
Okay.
if that's okay. Llevas 20 años ya en esta liga y es demasiado tiempo y con esos 20 años han pasado tantas cosas y han mejorado demasiado las cosas en el baloncesto femenil. Tú personalmente sé que has contribuido demasiado. De esas contribuciones que has hecho al deporte en estos 20 años, ¿qué es lo que más te da orgullo?
Y bueno, ya hace 20 años que estoy acá en Arizona y en esta ciudad, y la verdad que tengo muchas gracias por darle a este estado. Del día que llegué acá, el 2004, es mi casa, mi familia vive acá. Y ahora en 20 años, el baloncesto femenino acá en Estados Unidos está en un lugar bien lindo, por la atención en la televisión, los partidos. Pero yo creo la cosa que hice yo, que tengo más orgullo, es que vine todos los años preparada para jugar. Y eso es la única cosa que puedo hacer.
Muchas gracias.
BG with the translation. All right, guys.